Welcome back to another episode of the Day After Podcast.
What is up, guys? And today we not only have a Brant Steel for y'all, we have Brant Steel Vanquish Edition, which
Mhm.
is all the people that Joe has played with, and there is some overlap there, and people that I have played in our respective one. We are counting heroes versus villains, since
Mhm.
that's essentially a Vanquish game with like it's canon. It's canon in the
Yeah,
Vanquish verse.
yeah, it's like a spin-off almost of the Vanquish world. Like it got its own little
It's
thing,
like
but it's like
it's like
95% of the people are Vanquish who were in it. So
Yeah, it's like how RuPaul Drag Race All Stars, it's technically its own different thing on CBS, apparently.
yeah.
I only know that because I've never really watched it except for the one episode. I was hanging out with friends who were like, yo, let's watch. And I was like, okay, I like competition shows.
Mhm.
So yeah. Anywho, yeah, so a lot of new people on here. There might be some familiar faces. We have interviewed some of these people, or they've been guests on this channel before. We're still rolling out some of the interviews from our times. We still need to record some interviews.
Yeah.
Uh, we busy boys who have a lot of things we want to do, so we're gonna get that out. Uh, we'll figure that out. But now that
Mhm.
we're focusing on the new season of Survivor, we're gonna be, more focused on Brant Steels, obviously, as well as some
Mhm.
other fun stuff. So yeah,
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, I mean, I think that there's a lot of great players and great people that we met through Vanquish. So,
agreed.
um, definitely fun to be able to bring a bunch of them and give them a chance on our channel here and in a brand steel.
All right. So without any further ado, let's look into Joe's tribe.
Okay, starting with maybe one of the best players on my tribe. We're starting off very strong here with Brandon Booth, who we have an interview coming to you pretty soon here that we recorded with him. So stay tuned for that as well. But yeah, he was a strong player, could win challenges. You got to be watching for him with idols as well. Like he is going to find idols if he is in this game.
Yeah.
um,
He's a really good player. From an audience perspective, he was definitely someone I had my eye on. And he even did so well with playing his first org too.
mhm.
And getting to know him, he's a very charismatic guy. He's a very genuine guy.
Yeah.
I like the dude.
Yeah, definitely, definitely. We'll have to see how he does. He does have a bit of a paranoid side. He can definitely freak out. You gotta definitely talk to him a lot. So you gotta really make sure that you're solidified with him because he's always watching. He's always thinking something might happen to him. So
Kindred soul.
yeah,
Same way.
yeah.
But then things actually do happen to me.
Uh, okay, on to funnily enough, someone else who we have interviewed for our channel. We got Coach RC, who was in both my Survivor season and my Big Brother season. I didn't get to play too much with her. She was always the second eliminated on whenever I was working with her. So either second out in the merge or second out in the full season. So
That
it was
yeah.
always annoying because I really wanted to work with her, but it just never was able to happen.
Yeah, she's out of the few time one watching her play Candyland, and then also when we got to interview her, she's a very fun, bubbly person.
Mhm.
So great to be around, and so it was sad seeing her go so soon in BB3 because she is a huge Big Brother fan as well. But I mean, like if it's you or her,
Yeah,
I have to root for my friend to pull through.
yeah. It was a unfortunate situation. My whole game that time, I felt like I just kept getting put up against people who I wanted to work with. So
Yeah,
yeah.
no.
But
Yeah.
yeah, no, I'm rooting for her. Hopefully she can make it a little further and not be like a second boot out.
No, no, that wouldn't be nice.
Okay.
Um,
Next up, also from Candyland, we got Erica, who to me very smart player. Like, she was someone who I clocked pretty much immediately that she was extremely smart and intelligent. Um, and so I would like let everyone know, like, watch out for Erica. She is going to win the game if she gets to the end because I truly believe it. She's played 3 orgs now, getting a fifth place, fourth place, and a third place.
Yeah. What was she doing the third one now?
The
Where'd
third
she
one
get
was
third place?
it was a Big Brother one. I forgot which. I think it was Mystic Minis. I think that's what it
Okay.
was. Um, but yeah, no, she got third place in it. So yeah, she's like, and she would have won if she won the final HOH. Like she was close. She just
Yeah.
came up a little short. So so yeah, no,
Yeah.
she's a very strong player. So definitely someone to watch out for.
Yeah, I did play in the same season as her, and I tried to form an alliance with her. So, it was enduring heroes versus villains. She was on the hero tribe,
Mhm,
and the fact that she being like the newest person apart from Will, on that team, and Will was the first boot of that season. I almost put him on this thing, but I was like, if this was like a bigger season, I probably would have put Will on here.
mhm,
But like there's always future ones of these we do. But like she survived a decimation. Literally half of the
yeah,
heroes were eliminated in night one, and she survived. And that speaks volumes. She is someone where very approachable, very smart. And even being in a VIP chat with her when we were watching BB3, very smart, very perceptive. I definitely have a good read on her because I've also seen the VIP, like her confessionals and stuff.
mhm.
I think, and like the numbers don't lie, she is an incredible player. Yeah, so I think very solid. I think definitely one of the strongest people on your team.
Yeah, definitely, definitely. Um, I gotta say, like, I think I have a pretty strong team. Like, I think I definitely picked some pretty great players here. So
I
so
think
yeah,
I don't think yours is better.
yeah,
I think we got if we look at my team, I think we
yeah.
got a bunch of great people
You
and
definitely have
me.
more legends, I would say. I think you have a few more of the people who are a little more legendary in the Survivor community
Well,
or the online community.
we got a lot of great people in me.
Yeah,
But we'll get to that in a bit.
yeah,
Anyway, back to Erica. Also fun fact, she has a son named Ryan.
yep,
Yeah.
yeah.
So
That's extra motivation for you to root for.
yes, she knows how to choose names. We even brought that up
Mhm.
when we were starting to talk on day two.
Uh-huh.
So yeah.
Nice, nice. Well, we will see how Erica does here. Okay, next up, we got my ride or die in a Big Brother Vanquish. We got Jeffy Ladner, who, he's a silly guy. He's also most times he is playing a villainous game. Um, in my season, he decided to kind of I like it. His game was hard to describe because he was just not doing anything. Like I was doing my best to really bring him as far into the game without him doing anything,
Yeah.
which got
Um,
him to seventh. So,
yeah. VIP one, you think I talk a lot. Jeffy
oh
dominated the
yeah,
amount of confessionals that were on there. Um, this is not, a jab towards him or anything. I'm someone who also likes to give a lot of info and stuff when I play games, mostly because I want people to get the full story. Because I'll admit, some people when they give confessionals, they're so vague and they
mhm,
they they don't tell you the full thing. I want to know.
yeah,
And Jeffy, at least from his perspective, will tell you pretty much everything. Um, he did feel like someone where he definitely wanted to play. I don't think everyone, unfortunately, took him as seriously,
mhm,
but it still took him far. He was always someone that was put up on the block, and sometimes he'll be taken off. Sometimes he would take himself off. Jeffy was always like a name that was like
mhm,
thrown out there,
yeah,
but what really didn't seal his face wasn't necessarily because he was just on the block too much. It was like, unfortunately, it was just his time to go, and they couldn't get rid of you, which was sad.
Yeah, yeah. He was the safe choice because he never formed an alliance until like the day before he went out. So he's just always the easiest person for someone to put out there. And yeah, I think once I was not an option anymore, it just kind of was like, I guess we'll just take the easy way out and try to get me out next time.
Yeah, yeah.
But yeah, we'll see how Jeffy does. You know, he's pretty bitter towards me. He did not like that I voted for him. Uh, which
That was your
I
only chance of somewhat staying in the game.
yeah, I know. I told him that he doesn't like that. He like I needed Steve's votes. Like I needed to try to get his votes in the next round.
Yeah, yeah. But Steve didn't last too much longer than you, so
Yeah,
like that's the one thing you can always, if anyone ever questions your gameplay, I'm like, well, where did you
yeah,
place?
yeah.
We don't know if my plan would have worked because you didn't win.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I told Steve and Jen, I'll say it. I straight up told them they are the next ones to go if I go.
Mhm.
So it is one of those things where it's like I feel good because I knew what was going to happen. Like I saw the dynamic so clearly. But unfortunately was not able to sell well enough, or they just didn't want to believe me at that point.
Yeah. Uh,
Speaking of Jen, she is the next person who you have a very different because you played with her as well, but she was
I'll let you
essentially
talk.
she was essentially put on your season to just cause chaos and go out pre-merge because she couldn't be there for day two. So you definitely played with a very different Jen than I did.
Well, you describe. Well, I want you to paint a more positive thing. I love Jen.
Yeah.
The thing is, it's like I wanted before we went into the games and whatnot. I wanted to work with Jen because I knew she
Uh-huh.
was a strong player.
Yeah.
But she wasn't talking to people on my season prior, and that's because she was spending time with her mom, which I totally respect.
Uh-huh.
But like at the same time, it's like, well, you're kind of agreed to be the first one out now. But she took one look at my picture and was like, yeah, let's put a vote on that guy. And then, when I was off on Summit, she was like, if Ryan makes Rachel safe, let's vote out Ryan. And then when I made Rachel safe, she was just gunning for me. She had this whole monologue of like, I hope you choose, like I thought you'd be chaotic. I thought this of you and stuff. And I'm just
Uh-huh.
like, here I am being miserable again. I'm like, of course I'm being targeted early. I didn't even fucking do anything this time. Um, and she just gave me anxiety. And so like I love the woman to death. I think she's entertaining as can be, a strong competitor, but I see her and I get anxiety.
Yeah. Oh yeah, she
I
is a
have
lot.
PTSD.
I didn't talk to her too much in the early game of Big Brother, to be honest, because she I got that like that sense that you kind of just described of her being a lot. I almost would kind of describe her as like a more chaotic Carolyn from 44. Like she's
Yeah.
pretty emotional, but she's also very logical. Like she's smart, like she knows what's going on, but also she has that kind of like ability to just like switch over and be very emotional and kind of play that emotional game that you would see out of someone like Carolyn. So um like I think she's a great player. I love playing with her. She
She's
saved me.
won
Yeah,
she's
she's
won a
won.
few times as well. I don't know how many times, but, like, from the
Yeah,
time I met her to the time, BB was over, she won, like, 2 different orgs.
yeah,
She does so many of these.
yeah.
So she is obviously one of the strongest in your group, just straight up by just the experience she has.
Yeah, definitely, definitely. So yeah, definitely going to be a strong player here. I liked her, but also it is hard to trust her. I will say that when I realized I have to start working with her, I was like, okay, well, I'm screwed because like I knew that there's no way that I'm gonna have like a full on like let's get to the end together with her. It just did not feel like that was really possible. I was just like, please let me just keep seeming like I'm good for Jen's game for one more vote.
Oh yeah. Oh, Jen. Well,
Yeah,
hopefully she does well, and hopefully the chaos at least is not targeted too much towards you.
yeah, definitely, definitely. Okay, next up, we don't need to talk about this person. We can just skip this person. Who cares? Who cares about this person?
I mean, you know this person. If you want to describe how what your reputation is within the OR community, I know definitely because like Brantsteele versus real life.
uh,
We haven't really done a Brantsteele with you in it since you've played, if I'm correct.
yeah,
I could be wrong.
I don't think I've done it since. Yeah.
We've done, I think, Winners at War. We had something, but
Mhm.
fuck Winners at War, honestly.
Yeah. But yeah, yeah. I mean, we're gonna see. I feel like in Brand Steels, I'm playing a much more low key controlling kind of game that gets me far. Whereas in Aura communities, I kind of become a big threat around apparently final eight and then my game blown up and get targeted. That's happened both games I played so far.
Yeah, ain't it fun?
Yeah.
But no, I like Joe. I think his ability to go pretty far in is cool. I feel like whatever season you're in, I feel like you're a character, which is always great. And you do have a strategic mindset. I mean, sometimes,
Mhm.
I mean, you have been able to give up, play some moves and whatnot, but sometimes I know in a game like Big Brother, it's hard to really make big waves if you don't win any challenges.
Yeah.
Um, you did win one, and it was an important one too. But like,
Yeah. Would have sent
you
me
know,
home if I didn't win that. And no one was taking me off the block in that situation.
yeah. But yeah, I think you have resilience, you have heart, and like you were able to get off the block a few times, if not, albeit just the other person being a huge threat.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I definitely still think my best move I've done in any org was suddenly in like 2 days convincing Jen that I'm her number one and playing the veto to save me. Like, like,
That is pretty good.
like that does not happen unless I make huge initiative to like work the social game with her. Otherwise,
Yeah.
I go out then at 7. So kind of I managed to, prolong my game at least one time there. So uh
I
or
mean, hey,
something.
yeah, 6 is a good spot. It's one of my favorite numbers.
Mhm. Okay, well, let's move on next to my tag team partner from Big Brother Vanquish. We got Josh Jones. Super fun guy, high energy. We bonded on like day 1 or 2 off of wrestling. And we would just like talk wrestling like all the time. Super fun guy. Wanted to get to the end with him. But it just I wouldn't have gone to final two with him. I was wanting Jeffy final two. He would have been the person I would have liked to cut at final three. Um,
Yeah,
but yeah, definitely a fun person to be around.
agreed. He is also part of the Darman fam. Actually, I found that out in the funniest way. I just so happened to be filming at one of the different buildings, and I saw that he was out in the parking lot playing, and I'm like, I gotta go over there and make a cameo. And so here I am walking in a doctor's costume right by, and I just wave hi to the camera. And it's funny because Kevin is like, "Well, I wonder what I wonder what the person in the background was thinking was going on in there." And I'm like, it's just like this huge weird thing actually.
uh,
But I actually met Josh at a Survivor for Your Consideration thing. He and I played a few challenges. I crushed him in both of those challenges. Um, just meet him one day. This was a fun guy. He was great to be around. And he can bring the heat, and he called me out on some shit too. So he's a pretty cool dude. I
do
love
you
him.
do you want to disclose it or no?
Um,
You don't have to. You don't have to
I don't
disclose
want
it.
to.
Yeah, don't worry
Uh,
about
yeah,
it. Uh,
Anywho.
okay. Well, the next person is someone else who I wanted to work with a little bit when I learned about that he's also a fan of wrestling is Matt Knoll, um, the cookie idol, but
The
the cookie
Cookie
king.
King.
But yeah, no, he's a great guy. He's been on our channel already. He
Yeah.
discussed the like merge episodes of Soraya 46 with us. Um, and yeah, no, he was a great guy. He should have made it further. Like I really like I go home because I try to get him just like another round or two further, just because I just wanted him to not be the first person out there.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, he's a great guy, very funny, very smart. And yeah, I definitely wanted to, give him a proper shot here.
Yeah. Matt, great dude. Always funny, always he's very active in the community. He's also someone where we'll meet up at the little watch parties and whatnot. And
Mhm.
he's always gonna have a great time. He's always able to like talk to peeps. He is also someone by just he's able to get like Zoom calls with all these different people, Survivor related, for free. Such a charismatic guy, a giving guy too. He does give gifts to some of the winners of certain seasons. Um, and he even, for something I will not disclose, was a bro, and he was trying so hard for something for me, but, like, and he went above and beyond.
Yeah,
Um, the dude has a big heart. He's hilarious. He
yeah.
jokes around and sometimes we're like, "Oh, fuck Joe."
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah, he
so
he definitely has a bit of a playful rivalry with me, and I mean, which fair enough. I try to save him, but I also caused his elimination in a lot of aspects. Like I did cause pretty much everyone on my tribe to not want to potentially work with Matt, who is on the bottom of the other tribes.
yeah,
So kind of made it so he had no options, which was unfortunate. But yeah.
yeah. Whoops. But no, love Matt. One of the great friends that I have made during this,
Yeah.
during, my time so far in the OR community.
Definitely, definitely same. He's great. So let's see how well Matt can do here. Um,
Mhm,
okay, next up we got Mackenzie from Big Brother 3, and she's a great person. Not really ever aligned with me. I know that she voted for me twice, and then obviously was up against me the third time I was available for getting voted.
mhm.
Um, but like she was like super mom, super nice. She's good. She's that under the radar, like you don't ever see her, and then suddenly you're like, wait a second, she could get to the end and just win by being likable. Not having to really play the game, like make moves. Like she doesn't really have to do that. She so yeah, definitely a strong social player, and yeah, see how she does here.
Yeah, yeah, I think you kinda described her the best. I mean, you did play with her,
Mhm.
but yeah, she definitely came across that way as someone to keep an eye for. A lot of the VIPs had her on their, fantasy league because she is a very smart player. I didn't watch her initial season, but I did watch her second chance season, and she did pretty well in that in, Survivor Vanquish. And, yeah, I think, very smart player, and I don't know if you mentioned this, she did, BB3 pregnant,
Yep.
won a very physical challenge, pregnant, and then also, made it to, final 3 and, just lost out because, she wasn't chosen because if she made it to the end, she would've won.
Yeah.
Similar to Erica.
Yeah, she just had the kids too, like recently, like it just happened. So yeah, definitely. Apparently, like she's done it before. Like she plays orgs pregnant. Like this was not like the first time or the first grouping.
That's her
So
that's her gimmick.
yeah,
She's like,
she's like
some
out.
people dress up like the Matrix, some people like to cause chaos. Mackenzie likes to get pregnant and then play org.
Yeah, she's like Ali Wong. She's a stand-up comedian that pretty much only tours when she's pregnant. So, so all of her stuff is always
She
she's pregnant.
The Ali Wong of or the Vanquish community.
Yeah. So yeah, we'll
All
see
right.
how Mackenzie does here. And then next up, we got a Survivor player who I played with. We got Tanya Vance Smith. One of my biggest things I did in Candyland was I convinced her to basically stay in the game. She was going to pull a Janet and pull herself pretty much if we went to a pre-merge tribal. But I basically told her that Matt, Sherry, and Reese were wanting to take her out, which made her get pissed and want to stay in the game just to take them out. And then she was like, you know what, I'm here. Let's do this. And she gets forced. She almost wins. Um,
Yeah.
if say Brandon gets taken out there, or even if Brian gets taken out, there's a chance that people were voting for her if she makes it to the end and potentially enough
Oh
to
yeah.
win. Like
Oh yeah.
I know for a fact Matt would have voted for Tanya. I know that Brandon B would have voted for Tanya. Um, and I think Sam was even would have probably voted for Tanya. So then it just takes like one other person to kind of have her convince, and bam, she
Yeah.
wins. Um, but yeah, she's very smart, but she's also very kind of emotional. Like she definitely plays with her emotions, not thinking everything fully through. But she's a great person. Like I love talking to her.
Yeah. I will say though, it's not the first time she considered pulling herself from the game.
Yeah.
She was on Vanquish versus Fans versus Favorites, and she didn't make it to night two because she was like, "Yo, vote me out. I have a concert the next day." Which if you have a commitment the next day, don't try and cause chaos. Just fall on the sword with honor. Jen.
She's a villain. She's got to go out like a villain. Got to play to your theme, Ryan.
I play anywho.
Okay. Well, that's my tribe. Let's move on now to yours.
All right. Trying to see. I'm trying to see if we have a healthy mix of I think we got a good mix of both my hero versus villain experience and my fans versus favorites experience. How I ended up like the two orgs that I've done, my first two being like two based off of two very iconic seasons of Survivor, beyond me.
Mhm.
But that's the survivor cards I was dealt. And the first person is a very important person. Her name is Amy Zabel, and or Zabel. I have not heard her name said out loud, her last name, but she was basically my ride or die in Heroes versus Villains. She approached me. She was a late addition because someone dropped out, and she and I were talking. She she works for the military and stuff. She's like a consultant. She travels the world. Um, she usually goes to courts and will be like, "Yo, this, and this." And she and I clicked right away. She recognized me from Darman 2, and then she said, "Hey, I can see no one would really suspect us working together." And then it was like, we'd make a good duo. And I'm like, duo. Very smart. Her first Vanquish season was season 9, and we do have actually 3 people on this tribe from season 9,
Mhm.
Powerline, and she is someone where she's very smart. I wouldn't say an emotional player, but she is someone where she has like a leader mentality. Very smart. She's done these things before. If she has a target, she's like, "Let's get the target."
Uh-huh.
Um, she was kind of like a mentor to me during the game
Uh-huh.
because I'm someone where I'm like, I know I'm not the smartest guy, but I kind of want to align with someone who is smart and can kind of like guide me on where to go. And yeah, she and I were in a final two to get. Well, we didn't know it was going to be a final two, but like she and I were tight. Um, Probably the only person I fully trust in the game, 100%. Even though like when my game started to fall apart, she started to lose faith in me, but she never lost loyalty, and so that
Uh-huh.
speaks a lot of character. If she didn't say like she wouldn't vote me out when I was kind of like MIA, just kind of like taking care of my mental health. maybe she would have made it far further in the game.
Uh-huh.
But very strong woman, very fun person to be around. So yeah, I'm glad she could be on this.
Yeah, nice. Yeah, the reputation that Jake told me, I didn't see her season, so I don't know, but that she has a bit of a domineering personality, definitely is like a leader, kind of takes charge. So, if it, I would almost describe, I mean, in that kind of context of her being like a Boston Rob kind of person. Um,
I wouldn't say that. She has a compassionate side.
uh,
Um, she is someone where, like when my game was falling apart and she was like, said, that, like there was a time where she was, I would say, grilling me on some stuff, or like during our season where I was like, I don't fully trust Corey. She's like, and then when I finally like turned around on Corey, I was like, okay, I've talked to him. I think we're cool. And like Pirate Sarah wasn't my first target, and she's like, I don't know why we're talking about Cody. We're talking about Jen when Pirate Sarah's your real target and stuff like that. And I'm like, she and I had like a heart to heart because she was kind of like upset and everything. She is like an emotional player. She is definitely a leader, but that's what makes her strong.
Uh-huh. Yeah, I will say Boston Rob on Deal or No Deal Island had compassion scenes with the certain skinny white
Aaron,
nerdy guy.
Aaron.
Yeah.
Um, but I'm not a cute little Pokemon.
Yeah.
I'm on I finished episode 4.
Uh-huh.
So yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Well, that is Amy. Let's move along.
All right. This man was also from Vanquish season 9, and he was on Heroes versus Villains as a hero. And I felt like I had to bring him. Um, the reason why I didn't bring Will, the first boot of that season, was specifically because this guy was the reason I had to plank for 9.5 minutes, because this dude, he's a break dancer, he's very physical and whatnot, and I had to plank against him, Kevin, and Pirate Sarah. Pirate Sarah and JJ, who was also in like our little division, because it was like a split tribal when we got to the merge. So like I got to go up against two of the fittest people who are known as challenge beasts, and it was up to me and Anthony. And I was trying like Kevin, or I was like, Anthony, you're safe. No one's gonna vote for you. And he wasn't really hearing it. And then so I had to outlast him in that challenge. He ended up bailing at 9.5 minutes. He's like, yeah, I can't go anymore.
Uh-huh.
Um, since then, this man issued a rematch and then just dipped. I We gave him a time and a place. Well, the time was that Friday and Zoom. And it was like, if you can't, he never said he wasn't going to show or not show up. And he stood up. He stood us up. And so we did have like a joking plank off without him. And it was like, this man came, he slapped me with the glove, challenged me to a duel, and did not come to the duel.
Yeah, he
Um,
he went to the other town over.
Yeah. That being said, the dude is loyal. The dude is a big challenge beast, one of the best. He's constantly doing all these different games. He
Uh-huh.
can go pretty far. I'm not sure if he has one. If he has, I'm not surprised. He is a pretty cool dude. He's a pretty loyal person. I think apart from him bailing on a challenge that was clearly upsetting him that I beat him in, I think he does definitely personify hero.
Definitely, definitely. Yeah, I'm excited to see how he does, how he's going to interact with you. I mean, there's no planking challenge, luckily, in Island of the Idols here, so
No.
we won't be seeing that rematch there. So, yeah, let's move on to the next one.
All right. Next up, we have Mama Felicia Cannon, and she was in Fans versus Favorites 3 with me. And she, as you guys might know, is a Big Brother contestant, BB25. We had so many BB people in our season, and she was someone I definitely wanted to work with. She did save my ass. Well, here's the thing. So, from what Mod said, from what Alex told me, from what the mods told him, So we had a joint tribal council in the beginning, and at one point we were able to go into the other tribes. Mama Felicia comes in and is like, "Hey, I want to work with you guys. Our target is a frat boy." And I was like, "Not me." And basically the votes went 10 to Alex, 9 on me, and the one vote that went to Dylan was Mama Felicia because she really wanted to garner favor with us. Funny enough, if it would have tied me and Alex, we just would have been immune right on the spot. Um, so Alex told me that during Heroes versus Villains. He was like, "Yeah, screw." But she is someone that I really wanted to work with. I tried to convince people to save her during the final tribal council of that night because I knew that she was loyal to at least me and wanted to work with me. But two people didn't want to work with Joey, and I didn't want to. I had such a big target on my back. I didn't want to, be like, no, it has to be Joey. And so I went with the group, and unfortunately, I had to take out Mama Felicia, which the butterfly effect that would have caused. Um, yeah, but I love that I got the chance to talk to her.
Yeah. Yeah, I love watching her on Big Brother, great player, someone who I definitely underestimated going into that season. She's
Yeah.
definitely a strong competitor, but,
Mhm.
yeah, unfortunately, your season had a lot of the favorites going out in the pre-merge, so
Unfortunately, no, they had to go.
yeah, I know, but from the fan perspective, we would have liked to
The
see
fan
some.
perspective, no. The thing is, fans get so, I would say, sided in a lot of these things that, fans get so, like, sidebarred in so many of these things. They're an afterthought in so many of the Survivor ones that it's like, "Nah, fam. They have to go. More screen time for us."
Yeah,
Uh,
of course, Ryan is saying more screen time. That's all he
yeah.
cares about.
Did someone say more screen? Well, that's not all I care about. Like, I do like having fun and stuff like that. That's just the name that is synonymous with me. It
Yeah.
got me a villain spot, amongst some other things. But no, um, I think it's the thing of like, yeah, there were some favorites I was willing to work with. Mama Felicia was one of them, because she is a smart player. Brandon was another one I was willing to work with, and Izzy. So like those, the BB25 peeps, but um, Cameron didn't like me too much. Thought I rubbed him the wrong way, I guess. Even though I was like, "Yo, you're a vet. I want to work with you." So who knows? But yeah, I like Mama Felicia, and so
Mhm.
she's here.
Nice, nice.
All right. Next up, we have the winner of Fans vs. Favorites 3. We have Heather Trammell. She is someone where she played the game I wanted to, but obviously better because she won. She is someone where went to tribal council pretty much every single time, um, was someone where she herself did not really win too many challenges, was viewed as a weak player, was able to win an endurance comp, and was able to take out my target, I almost said Pirates Era, Portia.
Mhm,
And the thing is, it's like, and also, I didn't bring Portia for this, not because of like bitterness or anything like that. Portia has been here on before. I wanted to highlight some people we haven't seen on the channel really,
mhm.
besides I think Mama Felicia. So yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
um,
Yeah, this is definitely like a very niche topic. So a lot of these people will not be able to come for a lot of different stuff. So it definitely
yeah.
makes sense.
Exactly. So, Heather, she is someone that trains very physically oriented. She is not someone that comes off that way either. Like, she's someone that met her husband like hiking and like day long hiking. She is like a very strong woman. She like practices rock climbing, things like that. She has done a live version of this before. Didn't do well in that, but she came back for this. Very smart player, very charismatic. She even tried she let me in on the Johnny vote. and was like, "Hey, I want to work with you." It didn't end up happening too far because then I became the target from Portia. But this woman was like, "No, Portia." After I was gone, obviously, no, Portia, you're the name that has to go, and was willing to put her game on the line to get rid of her. And that alone would have gotten my vote. But like I said, she played the ideal version I wanted to play and ended up winning.
Yeah. Yeah, a very strong player, capable of winning, definitely someone to look out for here. Yeah,
Yes.
she was fun.
All right, next up, it is Joey Cavino from Fans vs. Favorites 3. And this guy, he was on The Amazing Race and he came in third. And he was on a season that was kind of like unlike all the others, where everyone who was in a pair were strangers in the beginning. And in this game, like he and I talked a little bit when we were on Tribes. And then when it came close to the merge, he started becoming my target because I'm like, he's a physical person.
Mhm.
He seems a little quiet, or at least quiet to me, and I didn't trust that fully. And I was like, no, we got to get Joey out. But no one wanted to listen to me until after I was gone. Um, and I really appreciate Joey because when I was giving my speech to try and stay when I knew the votes were on me, it was kind of tough too because like I couldn't fully do it as me. I couldn't be as convincing because I was still trying to keep up the nerd facade, even though it was already kind of collapsed.
Mhm.
He was like, Ryan, you've talked about this, or no, hold on, I need to sound more Peter Griffin-y. It was like, it's old. We've talked about it before. That's a terrible Peter Griffin. He sounds like Peter Griffin.
Yeah.
But he was like, it's like, you gotta get out of the trenches. If you catch a bullet, catch a bullet. If you don't, you keep charging forward. Grab that shortened shield behind you and charge fucking forward. He would always laugh at my jokes. And he inspired one of the funniest slash epic exits of anyone in Vanquish history. And that was me dressing up as Captain America. It was like, as you know, I'm a big nerd boy, grabbed the shield and was like, I can do this all day. Led an applause was an iconic moment, and that's mostly because of Joey.
Uh-huh. Yeah, I like Joey too. He was someone who I was liking, pre-game. Like I felt like I was, pretty I felt like he was gonna be a fun person on the season. And yeah, what I mostly remember him on the season really is what you just said, that moment where he kind of is the one to throw the kind of embers to create what we get out of your the fire that you end up, creating there when you're going out. So
Yeah, and I thank him for that.
uh,
But yeah. All right, next up, we got Kevin And this guy, Mr. Tiny Hands Kevin, he is known for the org community of having these little tiny baby hands and doing so many funny things with it. Some people hate it. I love it. Kevin was on the Heroes tribe. He became kind of a target for me, not necessarily because I wanted him out right away. It was more so like Sarah, I knew had idols, 2 idols. Kevin is a big threat. I'm like, "Yo, let's get him out." And that's, like, the only name I could throw out. Um, but we both played with him. Kevin was a
mhm,
player that I really respected, that I was excited to play with because I've seen, his mini, I've seen Second Chance, and I'm like, "This dude is really cool." He picks on me a lot. I think it's out of love. I hope it's out of love, but
uh-huh.
I don't know, like, it's kind of funny we haven't interacted enough. But he's just like, "Oh, Ryan, you vain son of a bitch." And I'm like, "That's for show and you know it." But no, he's a really cool dude. He's a teacher. He's out in Florida. He
Yeah.
collects Legos. He's a huge nerd. And the dude has Riz.
Yeah. Yeah, and remember, he drafted us for the trivia, game that's on Tribe of Nerds, so,
He
we
drafted me reluctantly. But he
Yeah,
knew
yeah,
that I
I
was
was his first pick, by the way, just saying.
yeah. He knew he needed me on his team, but he was reluctant to do so.
I think the fact that he got 2 podcasters, I think he definitely assumed, that we were gonna win.
Honestly, if I didn't jump the gun on answering some questions super fast. We probably would have, but
Yeah, I know. I made
you
a
know,
mistake too in the immunity
we all
challenge.
we all
Yeah.
did. But like you
Yeah.
know me, I have it's all on me. I'm an anti-hero. It's me. Hi, I'm the problem. It's me.
Yeah, I know. I was doing
Anywho,
so good in the first that first section. Like I got like 4 out of the 5 of them, and I knew the other fifth one, but I just was like slightly behind.
yeah. And yeah, and you also played with Kevin,
Yep.
a bit more because Kevin, when we played Heroes versus Villains, was on the hero tribe, so I didn't get to interact with him too much, and he and I spoke like literally once, during day two,
Hmm.
and it was when, I was already a pariah, and I was like, yeah, no one's telling me anything anymore. He might have thought I was lying, but at the same time, I was like, my game is kind of cooked. If
Yeah.
you have anything to say or anything, if you want to work with me, I'm open to it. He didn't
Yeah.
really, I don't think, yeah.
Yeah, what I would say is I would say that he's like if you combine Tevin and Hunter. If those 2 people became one person, like because he's very social, he's got that side of Tevin, but he's also, very good challenge player. I mean, admittedly, his last 2 ones, he hasn't been as good, but even in Big Brother, like he won 2 challenges and immediately was like the scariest person
Yeah.
moving forwards.
It's like, Kevin's good again.
Yeah,
Kevin's good again. We
it
can't have
happens.
that.
Yep. So yeah, but also, before that moment, he hadn't been voted out of an org in over a year. Like,
Yeah.
like that is a ridiculous stat.
Yes. And he did all-star seasons. He was in the milestone mini and won. He was in second chance and made it to the end. Um,
Uh, Heroes versus
he
villains.
Heroes versus Villains, runner up, and only reason he didn't win was because Pirate Sarah fought harder at the finale. Like
Mhm,
I was going to vote for Kevin, but like Pirate Sarah was like really selling herself, and Kevin wasn't delivering as much as I would have liked him to. And
mhm.
so like after debating in my head for like what felt like 5 minutes, I was like, Pirate Sarah deserves to win. Sorry, Kevin.
Yeah.
Maybe that's why he doesn't like me, because I deprived him of that, and now Sarah gloats it over him. Oh, by the
Yeah.
way, fans at home, so Kevin and Pirate Sarah hate each other, quote unquote. Basically, Pirate Sarah's catchphrase is "fuck you, Kevin." Um, she works it in wherever she can, and they have like a fake rivalry. They're really friends in real life, but they like play up the fact, oh no, we hate each other, we're rivals, and da 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 da. But they love each
Yeah.
other.
Yeah. Yeah. Which is why they got to the end together, they
Well, no, they thought the himbo, that had a mental breakdown was more important to get rid of, and apparently not very strategic. They thought I was the bigger threat. I was definitely the person to get rid of, the person that no one wanted to work with, who wouldn't wanna work with anyone or who wouldn't vote for in the end. They thought I was the person to get rid of. So
Yeah.
all 8 of those people that didn't make jury, who was like, "Oh, it's" I'm just saying.
Uh,
They should have been like, "No, Ryan blew up his game. Let's bring this guy to the end. Make him be like Romeo or something like that, where
uh,
there's no way he can get a jury to vote for him."
mhm.
But yeah, I'm over it. I'm totally over it.
Yeah, yeah, you seem over it.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I totally let things go.
Yeah.
I mean, I am, but there are some times where I'm like, "Guys."
uh Okay,
But
let's
yeah,
yeah, that's Kevin. I mean, he's a strong player. He's gonna be someone who is gonna constantly be on lives, I think, to take out.
yes. All right. Next up, we have another hero from Heroes versus Villains. We have the pirate, or what the fuck? Sorry, I glanced over and saw pirates there. We have Michael Harrop. He was on both seasons that I have played, and also was on season 9. That was his first intro to orgs. He's played with Anthony. He's played with Amy. The 4 of us, along with Erica and JJ, who's not on here because he blew up my game, and I only had so many spots, so I wasn't gonna put him on here. Uh, we were supposed to be in alliance together. I had like after one thing I was like, all right, the Summit Alliance is kind of like where I'm going, plus Rachel, because my goal was to bring Amy and Rachel to the end. But I did really want to work with Michael. He is like one of the nicest guys you'll ever meet. Yeah, he'll joke around and kid. He is also the person that gave me the nickname Neo.
Mhm.
He just said it as a joke, and then I was like, Neo Wayne sounds cool. So I kind of made it a persona, not only in this org community, but also in Pokemon. I will dress up as Neo. I owe a lot to this man, and I'm pretty sure if I make action figures myself, he will probably ask for royalties. Also, he's from the UK, so um, incredible social game, has Riz to spare, steals all the hearts from anyone that likes guys.
Yeah. Yeah, no, he's a great player. Like he was the person who I would say I thought was going to be the winner of Heroes versus Villains preseason. Like he was my true like I had him probably at the highest on my list. And he makes it pretty far. Like, another person so close to making it to the end there. But yeah,
If it
no.
was a final three, he definitely would have won that game.
Yeah, I think so too. Yeah, unfortunate for him to get cut just a little short, but yeah, no, great player. Loved seeing him play. So yeah, excited to see him do stuff. I also know he's a fan of WWE and wrestling, so also helps.
We're also trying to get him on this channel. Now
Mhm.
that our Joe and I have freer schedules, we will try and make that happen.
Yep.
All right. This is LaCroix, but let's pretend it's a beer right now. So Neo Wayne. Let's see. Most votes against a single player during a single season in Vanquish. Plus, that beats a Survivor and Australian Survivor record at 22 and 25. Um, Became a pariah, was a target from immediately, had to play it from the bottom. And when he came on Heroes versus Villains, did whatever he could to try and get Amy and Rachel to the end, and then, wanted to play like a hero and did a little bit, putting safety on Rachel when she was out of power and could have easily been voted off. Um, to try and gain her trust and try and solidify her more as an ally. Um, and then, someone that got lust for trying to play an amazing game to bring these people to the end, lust for power, and like really trying to make a complicated game to try and get people to the end, and started going villainous because he wasn't listening to his alliance, wasn't well, like, he was making decisions for his alliance without truly consulting them, was spiraling, had a mental breakdown, started crying throughout that, was mocked about crying about that by someone. Um, can't let that go. Watch the video when I'm eliminated saying that that I wanted to play like a hero, see who's laughing. Um, and then but, his one redeeming quality, other than being entertaining, was that he planked for 9.5 minutes because he knew he was gonna go home at 11 again. He's like, "No, I don't want that to happen. I wanna rewrite my story," and then was able to save his butt for one more round.
Mhm.
But other than that, there people say I'm a good player or a great player, and I'm like, "No, I'm just entertaining,
Yeah.
and I'm okay at
You're
best."
you're a great player as the way Coach is a great player. Like, he's a lot of fun to see, but his gameplay is, like, all over the board.
Not in, South Pacific.
Yeah, well, even South Pacific, I mean, he didn't own his game. He didn't really.
Yeah, I would own the fact that I made a cult. Um,
Yeah,
I'd
yeah.
be like, "Yo, I use this and this and this, strategy for anyway.
uh
But yeah, I'm just there for entertainment. I'm not a great player by any means other than entertainment value.
you're a well-known person in the Vanquish community now.
Yeah, I was one of the only people that wasn't on a previous season recruited for Heroes versus Villains. And apparently people talk about me all the time.
Yeah, our cast talks about you. Like, like, even in our reunion chat, your name comes up.
Um, both of them or just Big Brother?
Just Survivor,
Oh, in Candyland.
Candyland. Yeah,
Interesting. I want to keep the Neo thing on, but honestly, it's fucking hot in here.
yeah, fair enough.
I made it this far, but
Yeah,
yeah,
you made it to
um,
yourself, so
he's an icon. He's not the best player, but he's there for the entertainment, but also to make friends along the way. Yeah, his best thing is just to stick with what he knows, be entertaining, and being loyal to people.
uh, nice, nice. Okay, let's move on now to a legend.
Pirate fucking Sarah. No, Pirate Sarah, she was my first favorite Vanquish contestant. She played in season 7, and I watched here and there, so I didn't fully watch it until I was watching all the contestant seasons for Heroes versus Villains. But I loved her vibe right away. I think she's hilarious. I think she is an icon. She's also super smart. Um, in the Vanquish sphere, she only made it to merge once out of the 3 times she played. The first time, it was like her team lost, and then she had to make it to like, and it was right before the merge, she got cut. In Milestone Mini, they knew they had to get rid of her early on. But, she really shined in Heroes versus Villains as, the biggest strategic threat, made it to the end with 0 votes against her. And after we talked about the heroes and how they, you know, pretty much lost every single challenge in the beginning. So we went into merge 7-4, 7 villains versus 4 heroes. I know this isn't 7, but I only have 5 fingers on here, so use your imagination. After 6 villains went home in a row, and it was just her, she was able to win immunity twice and get to the finals
Yep.
and was able to plead her case and was able to convince me, someone who was not going to vote for her at the end. And there was a lot of people that were set on who they were going to vote for in that finale. She was able to win me over and earn my vote and won her first ever org. And then shortly after, won her second org because she's just a great player.
Yeah.
Um, Also very entertaining and has big dick energy. So much so that Todd Herzog, when he made her pop vinyl, it's supposed to be her knee, but we kind of joked that it's actually her big dick
Oh my
because she has
gosh.
big dick energy.
Uh-huh. That's funny. Yeah, I think she was the right choice to win in Heroes versus Villains, to be honest. I do think like she just played the better game. Kevin's game, I mean, there's definitely social elements that you can give to him, but I feel like Pirate Sarah had the hardest road to get to the end, and the fact that she was able to do it, she's like the last villain surviving. Like, look at all the villains that just go bam, 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 bam.
She had 4 person. Here's the thing. I'm not sure how
Uh,
much validity it has, but she had a final 4 that was obviously more loyal to her than 2 of those people were to me. Well, I don't know where Rachel lies. We'll talk about
yeah,
Rachel in a second.
yeah.
Um, she apparently had this 4. She would have taken Brandon to the end and, would have won easily over Brandon. Um, but like, I would say she had a pretty decent way to the end. She was able to find idols. Not saying that finding idols wasn't I'm not saying that finding aisles were easy and stuff, but she was pretty secure getting to the end. She still definitely earned it, but I won't
Yeah,
say she had the biggest struggle.
yeah. I mean, I think finding idols is on paper just always going to be good unless you get voted out with them. But if you
Yeah.
don't get voted out with them and you're using them and able to get yourself just a little bit further,
It did give her implicit immunity too. It made me not want to vote for her. It made
yeah,
some other people not want to vote for her. She is a
yeah.
very strong player,
Yeah.
but
It's
her
like
route was
Yul Kwan, like he didn't need to use the idol. Like he didn't have to get people to vote for him. But that's part of his strategy was, being able to get people to not even want to even make the move.
Just had to choose Yuquan.
Yeah.
That's the game I wanted to play.
Yeah. uh,
But she wasn't able to bring Brandon or Rachel or Corey to the end, so not fully Yoquan. So,
yeah.
all right. Last
Okay.
but not least, certainly not least, we have Rachel, who we've both played with.
Uh-huh.
Rachel, well, you've played with her twice, but really once. I played
Yeah.
with her. She was in a final three with me and Amy. The thing is, Rachel is one of the best social players ever. It's literally her pick of the litter who she wants to go to with the end. She keeps her cards extremely close to her chest. That sometimes it's like I don't even think sometimes she knows what card she's holding. Um she is someone where she's super approachable. You want to talk to her and everything. She is like a not a mermaid dragon, but she is definitely like a siren that will call you in and you want to work with her. Um in a good way. She is very hilarious. She is fun. She's also strategic. Um, she is someone too where she does well in competitions as well. She is smart. She can keep secrets, and yeah, um, everyone always feels close to Rachel, but Rachel is really only close to a couple people.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, I'm gonna let you talk well. But Rachel, amazing human. She did win BB 3, and I'm happy she did. But go ahead, Joe.
Yeah, I mean, she's the reason that my game gets blown up at Final Eights. Like, she throws me under the bus super hard. And I then tried to let everyone know I've spilled all her secrets about how close she is to everyone and how she's been controlling the game. No one wanted to believe me. They all wanted to believe that they were all Rachel's number one ally for some reason. Every single one of them. So they kept doing whatever she wanted. And then when they tried to make a move to the end, either her or Jackson kept getting enough power so that way they kind of just made it to the final two together. Um,
Yeah.
she's a good player, but she also had huge blunders in Big Brother, like some blunders that straight up causes her the game unless she has someone as bad of a player as Jackson that she's sitting with
Yeah.
at the end. Like
Um,
the wheel at Final Four is like something that it almost caused a lot of people on the jury to not vote for her. I think Jeffy and Kevin, I honestly think that they really disrespect, like they did not respect that at all and voted Jackson because of it.
yeah, I'm surprised Jen voted for her. I mean,
Yeah.
like, the thing is, it's like Rachel, except for that, I think with Rachel, I think the one thing too is she doesn't like to upset anyone. And
Uh,
I think that was part of the reason she decided to do the wheel thing because
yeah.
she cared. Well, it's also like jury management as well. It's not
Yeah.
just because she cares what people think. It's also like good jury management. Be like, yo,
Yeah.
um,
Yeah,
but I think
it's unfortunate too because I remember I'd have a conversation with Jen and she would literally say that if you're gonna take her out, like make the move, like say that you're gonna do it, like or like don't try to hide behind anything. And she said that earlier in the season, and then this happened to her in the season. So I was like, oh dang, like I knew that that's not what you need to do with Jen. Like she wants to be beaten by saying I need to take you out, not a wheel is deciding it.
yeah. Um,
Yeah.
and then Jen came in with her own wheel. She
Yeah.
took time to make it and everything, which was
Yeah.
hilarious.
Yeah.
All right, I'm nervous. Joe, why did you say that I have to be in this? I was like,
Because-
I thought we were gonna have a relaxing Brantsteele. I'm like, fuck it, okay. I kind of felt like uh Kate and Trader season 2, where
Mhm.
I'm not gonna spoil it, but there's a time where like she had to basically make that choice. She had no like, say in the matter really. She was like, yeah, we just have to do this.
Uh-huh. Yeah, I think it's going to be more fun. Are we going to work with people who we worked with on our seasons, or are they going to betray us?
I'm just glad the jury is at 14.
Yeah.
It increases my odds.
Yeah. True. True. Okay.
I'm
Let's.
just gonna be
Oh, go ahead.
all right. Go over.
Okay. So top three. I'm not gonna say myself.
We I'm not gonna include ourselves for either or of these,
Yeah,
mostly because we've been on the channel. I wanna give,
yeah,
the voices to new people.
yeah, exactly.
You
So
go first since it is your team.
yeah, I think I'm going to be rooting here for Brandon, Erica, and Matt.
Alright, for me, I'm gonna choose Brandon, Josh, and Matt.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like, all 3 of them. Matt is a good friend,
Hmm.
outside this. Josh, he and I had a lot of fun at the Survivor thing, and Brandon seems super cool.
Uh-huh.
So yeah.
That's
Also,
nice.
Jen scares the hell out of me.
Yeah. Okay, and then over on your tribe, I'm gonna have to go with Kevin, Pirate Sarah, and Rachel.
Alright, for me, I'm gonna have to say Amy because I fucked up her game. Um, this is tough. I'm gonna say Michael because he deserved to win that season, and he's just a really nice guy. And then for the last one, I would say Rachel as well.
Mhm.
However, if I were to choose a non-winner on here, I might have to go with Mama Felicia.
Okay.
Because that is an interesting thing. I do have a lot of like winners on my tribe,
Yeah, true. Mine not so much. I got
but
Jen.
she does one. Um,
Yeah. Jeffy's a recent winner, actually. He won Cinema Survivor.
nice.
Yeah.
All right, I'm nervous. Let's fucking do this.
Okay, here we go. Okay. Idol is currently hidden. Idol hidden. Okay, who wins the first immunity challenge? And it is Ryan's tribe. They also
Okay.
win Flint. And we see Kristen and Shane on Island of the Idols.
For those who don't know, those are the people that run Survivor Vanquish. They both host it, amongst other people who also run it. Both are fun, really cool people.
Mhm. Definitely, definitely. Uh, so the lesson is fire making. Josh must defeat Kristen in a fire making challenge. He decides to play and wins, and gets an idol good for the next two tribal councils.
All right, what's happening on your tribe?
Brandon finds the
You called it.
idol. Oh my gosh. Okay, Josh is impressing the rest of the team. Jeffy and Josh find something in common. Those are the two
They
people I
both
wanted to
start
get.
with J.
Yeah, the the fact that on Big Brother Vanquish that we go Josh, Jeffy, and Joe are all gone in the same three. It's kind of crazy.
Yep.
Erica is impressing the rest of the team.
Oh, we got an alliance.
Alliance between Jeffy, Jen, Joe, Josh, and Matt.
All right.
And Tanya works hard at camp and becomes tired.
All right, I'm nervous.
Felicia and Neo have a minor disagreement. Kevin and Pirates
Oh
are
god,
strong.
as they would.
Joey has a major meltdown. And an alliance formed between Mama
No.
Felicia, Kevin, and Pirate Sarah. This is the power duo of the season right here. Okay, losing someone here. I'm just gonna say we're losing Mackenzie.
I don't want to say anyone because these are people in our
Yeah,
actual community.
yeah. Mackenzie voted for me twice, so I'm gonna say Mackenzie.
All right.
First vote goes to Tanya. Second vote goes to Coach. Third vote goes to Tanya. Fourth vote goes to Tanya. Fifth vote goes to Coach. Sixth vote goes to Tanya. Seventh vote goes to Coach. Eighth vote goes to Tanya. And Tanya is voted out. Wow. Did not want to play with a Survivor player here. So let's see. So Brandon, Erica, and Tanya were the ones to vote. Coach.
That's not
Okay, well, Brandon's got that idol. Things can change. Neo
Yeah.
finds the hidden immunity idol.
All right.
Okay, Heather arrives on the island of the idols.
Okay.
The lesson is paying attention. Heather must answer 4 out of 5 questions correctly about the personal life of Shane.
Wait, what's the lesson again?
Paying attention.
Paying what?
Attention. Pay attention. Okay.
Paying attention to what? I'm talking about this game.
Well, Heather wins. She decides to play and wins and gets an idol good for the next 2 tribal councils. Did you pay attention to that?
Yes. Ryan team wins again.
No, Joe's
Fuck.
tribe wins immunity. They also win a cooking kit and spices.
I can't do this.
You got an idol.
I don't trust virtual me.
Okay, let's see. Brandon and Matt have a major fight. Brandon and Jeffy have a minor disagreement. Okay, Brandon is going in on people. Jen and Joe bond strongly. And Heather has the temporary idol, and Neo has the main idol. Amy and Michael have a small fight. Anthony and Joey have a minor disagreement. Heather and Neo have a small fight. That's it.
I can't do this.
You can't do this.
I can't.
Uh,
Just fucking go.
we're only on episode 2 here. You haven't lost anyone.
Already a pariah.
First vote goes to Rachel. Second vote goes to Amy. Third vote goes to Amy. Fourth vote goes to Rachel.
Why are they
Fifth
targeting the
vote goes
two?
to Amy. Sixth vote goes to Rachel. Seventh vote goes to Amy. Eighth vote goes to Amy. And Amy is voted out. So Amy, Anthony, and Heather on the outs.
Well, Anthony and Heather.
Yeah.
Amy's gone.
Yeah. But she was on the outs of that vote.
Yeah, I know what you mean. All
Okay.
right.
Here we go. Who is going to Island of the Idols? Jen arrives. The lesson is staying calm under pressure.
What's that like?
Well, for Jen here, she's got to crawl and sneak into other tribes' camp and get some of their
The
lights.
mama snake.
Yeah,
The mama snake could obviously do that.
yeah. She does it and wins. Gets an idol. Good for the next 2 tribal councils. And Joe's tribe wins immunity. They also win comfort items and a tarp. Josh and Mackenzie have a major fights. Jen and Mackenzie find something in common, and Coach is impressing the rest of the team. Anthony has a major meltdown. Kevin and Neo have a small fight. And Joey has a major meltdown. Okay, I think we're losing either Joey or Anthony here. Any input, Ryan?
This is already randomized. Just go.
Heather uses the temporary idol. First vote goes to Heather, does not count. Second vote goes to Heather, does not count. Third vote goes to Heather, does not count. Fourth vote goes to Heather, does not count. Fifth vote goes to Joey. Sixth vote goes to Joey. And Joey is voted out.
Yeah, that's okay. So it's kind of tied up here.
Yeah,
Well, no, it's not.
no.
She did she waste her idol?
Yeah, oh, it was a temporary one, had to be played at this
Oh,
one.
okay.
So didn't really matter, but yeah, didn't matter. So yeah, Joey, Michael, Neo, and Rachel voted Heather there.
All right.
Okay. Who's going to Island of Idols? Anthony arrives. The
Okay.
lesson is persuasion. He's got to be the caller in the next immunity challenge, and he decides to play.
He's not the best person.
He is selected for the as caller. He wins the vote blocker, but unfortunately, they lose the challenge because of it. So they
Why
all.
do I agree to do this?
uh, don't worry, right? It's all gonna swing back in your favor.
I need to be there for that to happen. For me, it feels like it's gonna be like freaking All Quiet on the Western Front. If you've seen that movie, spoiler alert, the kid gets shot at the end right when they call off the war.
Yeah. Well, Erica and Jeffy are bonding strongly. Jeffy and Matt have a small fight, and Matt leaves the alliance.
No.
He's out. Heather and Kevin bond strongly. Felicia and Neo bond slightly. And a new alliance forms between Anthony, Heather, Kevin, Michael, and Rachel. Okay.
I would stress play my idol right now.
Yeah, it does feel like you have very little wiggle room.
I never do in these games.
And Ryan is using the idol. First vote goes to Neo, does not count. Second vote goes to Neo, does not count. Third vote goes to Neo, does not count. Fourth vote goes to Neo, does not count.
Played
Fifth vote
correctly.
goes to Neo, does not count. Sixth vote goes to Neo, does not count. Seventh vote goes to Neo,
Is it
does.
Pirate Sarah? Let it be Pirate Sarah.
It's Felicia.
Felicia!
Oh no. Uh, you're
After we
one
bonded
vote.
strongly, that makes zero sense.
I know. Well, don't worry. A swap's coming up here. Swap's coming up.
I hate this.
Okay, let's see these new tribes. So the new Joe's tribe is Brandon B, Erica, Heather, Jeffy, Kevin, Neo, Pirate Sarah, and Rachel. So good numbers for your tribe over there. And then the
Is
new,
it though?
I mean,
I'm a
yeah,
pariah.
yeah, but you got
I'm the
five.
pariah.
But your tribe just needs to stick together. You know,
They don't care
it,
about that.
ignore the fact that Brandon B has an idol also. Okay. The new Ryan's tribe is Anthony, Coach, Jen, Joe, Josh, Matt, Mackenzie, and Michael.
Cool.
Okay. Yeah. And the idol on the Ryan's tribe is rehidden. And Joe's tribe wins rewards. They win a fajita meal provided by Applebee's.
The the iconic Applebee's that
Yeah.
has found new life in Survivor.
Yep. Yeah. This is really what everyone thinks about when they think of the Applebee's reward of Survivor.
No, you know. Uh who on the other tribe is probably the Liz not getting the Applebee's.
Let's see who else is there. I mean, I wouldn't be upset. Uh, I don't know.
We
I
go
don't.
to the tribes, we'll see.
Yeah. Yeah, let's just go here. Immunity. Oh, and Joe Tribe wins immunity.
All right.
Okay, Kevin and Pirate Sarah bond strongly again, as Neo and Pirate Sarah have a small fight.
Naturally.
And a new alliance forms between Heather,
Oh my
Jeffy,
God.
Kevin, and Pirate Sarah.
Neo, stop fighting with people and just play the freaking game.
Yeah, you're fighting with people who are making alliances.
The thing is, they're gonna see this too.
Yeah. Um. Okay,
I
I
get
think
bullied enough,
I'll say
Joe.
I'll say I think Coach might be the Liz. I could see her being upset about not going on an Applebee's
Okay.
reward. Coach and Josh find something in common. Jen and Matt bond slightly. And alliance dissolves here between Anthony, Heather, Kevin, Michael, and Rachel. And a new alliance forms between Coach, Jen, Joe, Josh, and Mackenzie.
What? There's no one from the Ryan tribe here,
This is
except like like Jen somewhat is honorary,
yeah,
and like you're, but that's
yeah,
about it.
yeah. This is a real we're not losing someone from our tribe kind of feel here. Let's see. Who is it? Is it Matt? Is he the only one not in it?
Yeah, but I don't
Yeah,
think they would go for Matt.
yeah. Yeah, so I mean,
I
Matt,
think
Anthony, or Michael. Those are the three options.
okay.
Okay, last round for Josh to use that. So Josh is going to use it. First vote goes to Michael. Second vote goes to Matt. Third vote goes to Matt. Fourth vote goes to Michael. Fifth vote goes to Michael. Sixth vote goes to Michael. Seventh vote goes to Matt. And Michael is
Yeah.
taken out. Let's see. So Mackenzie, still voted Matt, even though she's with that bigger group.
Just in case an idol was played, I guess.
Yeah. Okay. Let's go here to rewards. And Brand sits out of the challenge for Joe's tribe. As Joe's tribe wins reward, they win chickens.
And that means he goes to Island of the Idols,
Yep. The lesson
gets
is
more power.
courage. And he decides to play. So he must obtain it at this next immunity challenge. Joe's tribe wins immunity, but Brandon does not find the vote blocker.
Oh man. Does that mean he loses his vote?
That does mean he has lost his votes.
All right, Joe,
Eric is
you
a
have to get through
misunderstood.
this so you make it to jury at least.
Yeah, exactly. Just get through one more here. Josh finds the hidden immunity idol on the Ryan's tribe.
Also, here's where my himbo comes in.
Uh-huh.
So I didn't realize that I found the Ryan idol, and my name is Ryan.
Yeah.
And I didn't make any correlation between that until just now.
Uh-huh. Good job, good job. Coach and Joe bond strongly. Has a lasting impact. As Mackenzie leaves this
Ooh.
alliance, Coach is completely worn out, but is not giving up. And Anthony is injured, but
Oh,
gets treated, can stay in the game. He's doing too many planks. He's getting ready,
he's
for
like, I know that's going to be a challenge. I'm going to
yeah.
go 15 minutes. He's not
uh,
like that at all, but
yeah. Well, I think we might be losing Anthony here.
I think it might be Mackenzie.
Uh, Jen uses the idol. She has to. First vote goes to Anthony. Second vote goes to Anthony. Third vote goes to Anthony. Fourth vote goes to Matt. And yeah,
Oh,
it's
dang.
Anthony. Yeah, I think this was a mercy kill. I think he got hurt. He was already on the bottom. Just take him out.
Joe, when we go to the next thing, I want to show you something. Oh, wait,
uh,
after this. There is 5 people left on the trip. I doomed them all.
Your Ryan luck has come back in full swing here.
Ryan luck is supposed to be a good thing. We redeemed that in a D&D thing.
Apparently, that
But
wasn't long lasting.
we all have made it to the jury, at least.
Yeah, that is true. That is true. Okay, reward challenge. And Ryan's tribe wins reward. They win pizza.
Nice.
As Neo
Okay.
arrives on Island of the Idols, the lesson is calculating risks.
Oh, hell no. I'm
He decides
terrible at
and
this.
he loses.
I'm bad at taking risk. The opposite will always come true.
Yeah. Yeah. You would not be good on Deal or No Deal Island, Ryan, because you would never get a good deal.
Okay, I know how. I've been playing along and I've made the right call each
Uh,
time.
yeah.
But let's go.
Ryan's tribe finally wins immunity. They are finally safe.
I go out here.
Eric is impressing the rest of the team. Jeffy leaves this alliance. Matt has a major meltdown. Josh is injured but gets treated and can stay in the game.
It's either
Um,
Jeffy or me.
I think we're losing Jeffy here.
At least I made jury.
Brandon is using his idol. First vote goes to Brandon, does not count. Second vote goes to Brandon, does not count. Third vote goes to
Yeah,
Neo.
told you.
Fourth vote goes to Neo. Fifth vote goes to Jeffy. Sixth vote goes to Jeffy. We are tied. Oh boy. Jeffy and
Well,
Neo.
thankfully, I don't have a vote. Maybe it's Jeffy here. I
Uh-huh.
don't feel too hopeful. If Jeffy voted for me, that's one less vote against me.
Yeah. First vote goes to Neo. Second vote goes to Jeffy. Third vote goes to Neo. Fourth vote goes to Jeffy. One vote left. And Jeffy is eliminated.
Okay, we both made the merge. I'm sorry, Jeffy. At least you're
Yeah.
on jury.
Yeah. So Erica switched from Brandon over to Jeffy.
Oh, let me see who voted.
Yeah. So
Uh-huh.
Kevin and
Kevin and
Pirates.
Pirate Sarah.
Of
Of
course.
course.
How fitting.
They're gonna watch this too.
Yeah. Oh yeah, they are. It's gonna be pretty funny. Okay, let's go to the merge.
They bully me.
Okay, I gotta say, I do think Kevin and Pirate Sarah are playing one of the better games still. I think that they're in some pretty good groups,
Yeah.
clearly working together. So yeah,
I would say those two plus Brandon
yeah.
are probably, I'd say Brandon is probably playing the best single game,
Mhm,
but Pirate Sarah and Kevin are probably playing the best duo game.
mhm,
I'm underdogging this whole freaking thing again. Um, Everyone else, I mean, I think Josh is playing a cool game. I think Heather is playing smart. Um, yeah, I'd say from here, I think it's anyone's game. I will say that um it's still early in the game, so it's tough to say. It's
mhm.
really tough to say.
Yeah, I've done pretty much nothing in the game so far. I've just been kind of watching everything happen. Even though I was on that tribe that kept losing after the swap, for some reason I was not really doing it. I was just there. Feel like I'm currently playing a Ben from Survivor 46 right now. I'm just vibing.
You're just vibing.
Yeah.
I am I'm like I'm Q. Just
Uh,
like Q. Just like get the whoa, no, I played my
yeah.
idol.
Yeah. 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 That is true. That is true.
I, for me, I'm like a twisted Jake O'Kane. I'm Jake O'Kane on cocaine.
Yeah. Well, hey, you did manage to take out someone by just your vote alone with that idol play. So that is definitely a big resume move there. Okay, let's
In a
see who
sense.
wins the first immunity. Pirates, Sarah, and Pegs over easy. Yeah,
I love that for her.
that's perfect. That we got to screenshot this and send it to her.
She can find the own damn video and watch it up until this point.
yeah. Okay, Heather has a major meltdown, and that's all we're getting.
My name's been thrown around too much. What am I at? So I have 9 votes. This is 12 people. It's in the 20s, so yeah, probably happens here. Thing
Um,
is, I'm not just down on myself. It's like this is giving me some data. Maybe it is Heather because she did leave that alliance,
Mm.
but the game is so wide open, it's really hard to tell.
Yeah, these merged ones, especially in a brand steel, really sometimes are just very random.
Random. I think it would be smart for them to get rid of probably someone who's very inclined. I think
Mhm.
anyone that was on the original Joe tribe will probably try and take out anyone on the original Ryan. That just makes sense.
Mhm.
Especially the six that ended up on the Ryan tribe.
Yeah. Okay, let's see what happens here. First vote goes to Mackenzie. Second vote goes to Rachel. Third vote goes to Joe.
Okay, this is going all over.
Fourth vote goes to Matt. Fifth vote goes to Joe. Sixth vote goes to Matt. Seventh vote goes to Joe. Eighth vote goes to Joe.
No.
Ninth vote goes to Matt. 10th vote goes to Joe. And Joe is
No.
oh my god.
I'm sorry, bro.
What cruel trickery is this? Brand
Also,
steel.
Kevin, Pirate Sarah, Vanquish fam. Usually Joe outlasts me, so this is this is not usual.
Yeah, this I'm rarely ever also the merge boots. Like usually I'm
Also, I just voted for McKensley for whatever reason. So
yeah,
I'm just Jen still holding hostility to Rachel,
yeah.
even though they were in the Hunger Games together.
Hmm. I only had to Coach and Josh really on my sides. Jen's upset about Big Brother. Wow.
I need an idol fast.
Well, Jen finds the idol. Okay, reward challenge. Group number one is Brandon, Erica, Josh, Kevin, Matt, and Rachel. Group number two is Coach, Heather, Jen, Mackenzie, Neo, and Pirate Sarah. Group number one wins reward. They win cheeseburgers and cookies, peanut butter, and beer. As Josh is the
Oh
one who
no,
goes
that's fucked up.
to Isle of Idols, taking false opportunities and cannot vote now. This next challenge, or this the next tribal. As Matt wins immunity and Rachel wins immunity.
All right.
Heather and Jen have a small fight. Eric and Rachel bond slightly. That's that.
I really don't know. I'm on the outs. Jen may be on the outs as well.
Yeah.
Coach and who voted with you? Was it Coach and Josh? But
Yeah.
Josh has an idol. I'd say because the amount of idols we have, it's very playable, and I feel like
Mhm.
there's a lot of targets. Sarah just won immunity. Now she doesn't have that, so I can see this going any number of ways.
Yeah. There's a very much a curse to whoever wins the first immunity in a brand steal. Like they immediately become this huge targets that we've seen multiple times they get taken out immediately right afterwards. So
The tough thing is, Pirate Sarah's social game is so good right now. She's one of
uh
the few people in like a big alliance. So,
yeah. Okay. Well, we will see here. Matt and Rachel are safe. Josh uses the idol on Coach.
aw.
First vote goes to Coach, does not count. Second vote goes to Coach, does not count. Third vote goes to Coach, does not count. Fourth vote goes to Coach, does not count. Fifth vote goes to Neo. Sixth vote goes to Pirate
Oh
Sarah.
no.
Seventh vote goes to Pirate Sarah. Eighth vote goes to Neo. Ninth vote goes to Pirate Sarah. 10th vote goes to Neo.
Oh my
One vote
God.
left. And Neo, Ryan, were the first two people taken out in the merge.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
Also, of course, Sarah's gonna bully me now.
Yeah. Oh no. Uh Coach voted Pirate Sarah. So if Josh could have been able to vote, he would have probably voted Pirate Sarah. We would have gone either to rocks or at least a tie and maybe someone flips her or something. Wow. So that really did screw over there. That's crazy. Um, so Erica, Matt McKenzie, and Nia voted coach. Um,
Oh man, if I just voted for Pirate Sarah,
yeah, that is a little unfortunate. Brandon, Heather, Kevin, Pirate Sarah voted Neo, and Coach Jen and Rachel voted Pirate Sarah. Okay. Well, now we don't have to worry about us in the game anymore.
no, I have to worry about Kevin and Sarah bullying me.
Let's see who
Specifically
wins.
Sarah. Like Kevin is more like Ryan, shut the fuck up. Sarah, she kind of like stabs me and twists the knives with the insults, where it's like,
Uh,
oh, like during the Survivor auction for Fans versus Favorites 4, she's like, oh, Ryan, of course you need to buy an idol when it was like the idol immunity thing. And it's like, I find mine. Of course you need to buy them, stuff like
uh,
that.
yeah. Well, we will see here. Immunity challenge. Team number one is Brandon B, Heather, Jen, Kevin, Pirate, and Rachel. Team number two is Coach Erica, Josh, Matt, and Kinsley. Kevin wins immunity, and Erica wins immunity and reward for her team.
It's funny, you and I went out on the same episode.
Yeah, it's fitting, you know. At the very least, it's fitting.
It's like the
Um,
Naruto thing in Sasuke where both their arms are destroyed. And then it's
yeah.
like, yeah.
Brandon and Kevin bond strongly. That's it there. No events occurred. The other tribe just they chilled and are going.
Well, now that I'm gone, it's boring.
Yeah. Okay. I don't know. I feel like Brandon B
Get
might
rid
be in
of Sarah.
trouble. I think Brandon B might be in trouble here. First vote goes to Rachel. Second vote goes to Jen. Third vote goes to Rachel. Fourth vote goes to Rachel. And Rachel just taken out.
Damn. Everyone I rooted for on my tribe is now gone.
Yeah, this team is only my people. So at least it's not someone on yours going home here. Um,
Just not Josh or Matt.
yeah. I feel like Josh and Coach are gonna obviously team up here, and then it's just are they able to get one of the other three to work with them? First focus, Josh. Second focus to Matt. Third vote goes to Coach. Fourth vote goes to Matt. One vote left. And Matt is now taken out.
He should have played the cookie idol.
Should have played the cookie idol. Yeah, Mackenzie not knowing what's going on there. So they managed to get Erica. Erica voting out Matt.
All right, final nine. Should we do a well, we
Yeah,
kind of
yeah.
did one early.
Uh
Um
yeah. Let's I
I
guess we can do an assessment.
I think Brandon's still playing a pretty solid game. I think Coach and Josh are now the strong duo. I think everyone has like as I'm like looking at everyone, I think everyone has a strong case. I think we do have a very strong cast right now,
Uh-huh.
just
Definitely,
how
definitely.
everyone is playing. I do feel like if I were to choose front runners, probably Kevin, Brandon, and Josh.
Hmm. I feel like that's a pretty solid three. I think Pyrocera is
I didn't
also
mean to
right there.
choose the three dudes,
Yeah.
but I did.
Yeah.
Um,
I think Pyrocera is also in that mix.
no, she just has big dick energy. She's not. Oh wait, you mean front runner?
Yeah.
I mean her name's been thrown around.
Yeah.
Yeah. Fun fact about Brandon, Josh, and Kevin, they're all gay.
That is
I
true.
don't. If y'all, we didn't talk about that going in, but like, yeah, um, there are three guys left, and they're all gay.
Yeah.
It is Pride Month when this is probably coming out, or close to it.
Yeah. Yeah. My entire guys on my tribe, I think they're all somewhere on the LGBT kind of spectrum. I think even Matt's, I forgot what he identifies as.
Ace.
Ace. Yeah, yeah. But yeah, no, still, there's a lot of representation there, at least in Vanquish that I've noticed.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. Island of the Idols. Okay, so Jen arrives. Um,
Again.
the lesson is situational awareness. Jen must correctly predict the person who will win the next immunity challenge. She decides to play and predicts herself will win immunity.
She's not out of line for choosing herself.
Yeah. She's gonna bet on herself. I feel like that's a Jen move right there. Is to bet on
Yeah.
herself. Coach wins immunity and Jen loses her vote.
Mhm.
Brandon and Heather bond strongly. Heather has a major meltdown, and Jen is impressing the rest of the team. Does Jen not having a vote here scare her into playing her idol?
Does anything actually scare Jen?
I don't know.
I don't think anything scares Jen.
Yeah. I'm
Um,
just gonna say Mackenzie. I feel like it's a safe person to throw out. Jen uses the idol on Josh. First vote goes to Josh, does not count. Second vote goes to Josh, does not count. Third vote goes to Josh, does not count. Fourth vote goes to Josh, does not count. Fifth vote goes to Heather. Sixth vote goes to Heather. And Heather is voted out
okay.
4-4. So idol
Ooh,
it didn't matter.
yeah. How many people do I have left? It's just Pirate Sarah and Kevin, isn't it?
I think that might be your final two. Yeah. Of course, those two.
We have to stop them from seeing this video.
Yeah. They're
And
not
Matt.
allowed.
Matt can't keep a damn secret to save his life.
Oh yeah, he's
He'll
gonna
be like,
tell
oh,
everyone.
Neo lost to this and
Yeah.
Pirate Sarah won.
Watch, they're gonna post on Vanquish, like, everyone, look at this. Look how bad Ryan and Joe did.
We didn't do bad. We made the merge.
Yeah, yeah.
That's where I normally go out. That's just like another Sunday. And I got the most votes against a single player again. So it's
Yeah,
like old news.
yeah. Okay, pair number one is Jen and Mackenzie. Pair number two is Kevin and Pirate Sarah. Pair number three is Brandon and Coach. Pair number four is Eric and Josh. Eric and Josh win rewards, and they share it with Jen and Coach. This is the loved ones, so they all get to see the loved ones.
Nice.
And Jen wins immunity.
Nice.
And Erica now finds the idol.
Erica making that deep run once again. We
Yeah.
talked about this earlier.
Yep. She can make deep runs. She's really social and she's really smart, so makes sense. Coach is impressing the rest of the team, and Jen has a major meltdown. Good thing she has immunity here.
I think I think you take out Josh's name has been thrown out too much. Um,
I mean,
I
I
think it's
think you got Brandon v. Josh, Kevin, and Pirate Sarah who feel like these big threats. The question is, do you
yeah.
take them out now, or do you maybe wait one more and then start taking out like threats? That's the
I
real
think the
question.
thing is you can't there's only so long you can keep first off,
Mhm.
if the threat's not going, you might be going.
Yeah.
Um I feel like if you have four meat shields and that makes up half the remaining contestants, it's about time you take down the meat shields because they can start teaming up.
Uh-huh.
You know, yeah.
Okay. Let's see what happens here. First vote goes to Erica. Second vote goes to Pirate Sarah. Third vote goes to Erica. Fourth vote goes to Pirate Sarah. Fifth vote goes to Pirate Sarah. Sixth vote goes to Pirate
Vanquish.
Sarah. Seventh vote goes to Erica, but Pirate Sarah is still taken out.
All right. Because if she won this, she would never.
She would take this as her winning a Vanquish season.
Yeah.
Coach
I
Erica.
can't wait to have her on here too.
Yeah, that's gonna be a lot of fun. Coach Erica, Jen, Josh, and Mackenzie vote Pirate Sarah. Brandon, Kevin, and Pirate Sarah vote Erica. Reward at challenge, and Coach wins rewards and shares it with Josh and Jen. They win a trip to a spa. And Mackenzie arrives. The lesson is jury management.
She's very good at that.
She decides to play and wins, and she gets the idol nullifier. Okay, so she's got plans to nullify an idol. And
Also, I know we've mentioned this before, but flipping a coin is totally jury management.
yeah, that's how you decide if you're good at jury management.
Yeah.
uh
Jen wins.
yeah, Jen wins another immunity here. No events occurred.
All right. With Pirate Sarah Khan, does that mean that Kevin is next?
It's very possible. Let's see. Erica has the idol, so maybe there's a chance Mackenzie knows about it and is wanting to make a move against Erica here.
It's possible. She did get votes at the last one.
Yeah.
Also, can we scroll up for a sec?
Yeah.
I have one person left.
Yeah. You only have Kevin. So if they do take out Kevin here, then it was just true you.
Probably the guy who likes me the least.
Yeah. First vote goes to Kevin. Seventh vote goes to Erica. Third vote goes to Erica. Fourth vote goes to Kevin. Fifth vote goes to Kevin. Sixth vote goes to Erica. One vote left. And Kevin is voted out. Your whole tribe is gone. Not a single one of them making the finale.
Not even like the second half of the episode.
No.
This Ryan, you should unretire from orgs. Shit like this makes me not want to.
But this is just all fake, this is indicative of your real skill, Ryan.
So far, I think it's kind of imitated a lot of life. I've been a target. I've played an idol. I don't know if Brantsteele counts canceled votes, but if we count those seven, I have the most votes against me.
Mhm.
Became a pariah. This is my Vanquish story.
Yeah, well. Coach wins immunity in an unnamed challenge. Because this is the episode or this is what
Yeah,
when
yeah.
yeah, when all that happens. So
This is why Islands of the Idols is so low
yeah,
on people's wit list.
yeah. Jen and Mackenzie find something in common, and a new alliance forms between Coach Erica and Mackenzie.
Yeah, there one.
Well, I think you got to take out Brandon and beat our Josh here.
Yeah, that would make the most sense.
Erica uses the idol. First vote goes to Erica, does not count. Second vote goes to Erica, does not count. Third vote goes to Erica, does not count. Fourth vote goes to Erica, does not count. Fifth vote goes to Brandon, and Brandon idled out at 6 again.
Yeah. All right. So Mackenzie
Yeah.
was with her with that. And for
Yep.
whatever reason, coach did not, maybe for jury management.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. But yeah, here is our final five. Who do you think are the front runners?
Like I said, I don't think there's really a week one a bunch in the bunch. And I was saying that at nine, and I think that's still true to this.
Mhm.
I would say if anyone might be like starting to fall a little behind, maybe Josh, but I think if he makes it to the end and makes a strong case, he can still win. I think Coach. I think it's kind of crazy because I think Coach, Erica, and Jen are probably playing the. I would say like they're tied for first, and
Mhm.
I think Mackenzie is not too far behind.
Yeah, I would probably say I think Erica is becoming a big threat after this last vote with the
Yeah,
idol. I think Jen's, she's won some challenges, she's had idols, so she's also a threat. Um Josh, yeah, he was a threat early in the merge, but now has kind of dipped off a little bit. I think McKenzie is still kind of like that under the radar. No one's really looking at her as
yeah.
someone to be afraid of. And then Coach, I think, has also tied herself much to Josh's game. So I do think that they might have trouble differentiating themselves if they're both in the final three.
Are we seeing a little Charlie and Maria
Maria.
thing about to
It's
happen? No.
it's very possible. Okay, last round for Mackenzie. So hopefully for her, someone gets an idol here and she can negate it. And Josh finds the idol.
You want to rethink what you said?
Yeah, I hope she does not play it right. Erica wins immunity. She also wins a steak dinner with salad and vegetarian options. Shares it with Mackenzie. Coach and Jen find something in common. Erica and Jen find something in common. Okay, looking like either a Mackenzie or a Josh here.
Yeah.
So if
I
they
think
they can make either
I
move
think
happen, because even though Josh has the idol, Mackenzie's got that nullifier.
I think what you said earlier about Josh and Coach trying to differentiate their games,
Mhm.
I think Coach tries to take out Josh here.
Yeah. Mackenzie has secretly used the idol nullifier on Josh. Josh uses the idol, but it does not. It gets negated. First vote goes to Mackenzie. Second vote goes to Mackenzie. Third vote goes to Jen.
Oh,
Fourth vote goes to Josh. One vote left.
well then,
And so Mackenzie goes out.
interesting.
So Mackenzie thought that she had the numbers there to take out Josh, but Erica voted Jen, and Coach and Jen voted Mackenzie. Okay, well, it did not work out there for Mackenzie, the nullifier. Okay,
New.
immunity. And Josh wins final
Okay.
immunity. Does he put himself into fight?
The thing is, it's like I think you have to put it's tricky because like with his game being so tied to coach, it
Mhm,
could be a thing where if we start, it really depends on how well Josh thinks he is at making fire as opposed to someone else. And
mhm,
also, it's like if you want to differentiate your game, one thing a person could do is put yourself in fire with the person in your alliance.
mhm,
As in like actively using that as a thing. It's like, all right, I know it's between you and me. Not only will this differentiate our games, it's who out of the two of us have earned to be at the end.
uh-huh. Yeah,
Maybe that's my dramatic ass brain thinking of things, but
we'll see.
yeah.
I mean, let's be honest. He's gonna keep coach and then put the other two in the fire. That's probably what's gonna happen. But I think
You
that's
know I
more.
like to think
That's a
and
more fun.
theorize.
That's a more fun scenario. I agree.
I should rewrite reality. That's
Yeah,
what I think.
yeah. Okay, so he grants safety to coach.
Like this video if you think I should rewrite reality.
Erica and Jen compete in fire. And Jen wins. Erica is a limit yet again, coming up just close to making final tribal.
All right. Jen might win this game
It's either,
because the
yeah, I think Jen or Josh, to be honest. I think it's probably going to be one of those two.
I don't know. I'm still pulling through for for Coach RC a little bit.
Uh,
I feel like any of them will be a worthy winner though.
yeah, yeah, definitely, definitely. Okay. First vote goes to Jen. Second vote goes to Coach. Third vote goes to Josh. Fourth vote goes to Coach. Fifth vote goes to Josh. Sixth vote goes to Jen. Seventh vote goes to Coach. Eighth vote goes to Josh. Ninth vote goes to Jen.
2 votes left.
10th vote goes to Josh. 11th and final vote goes to Jen. We are tied between Jen and Josh. Coach.
And Coach RC must make the decision.
Oh, so does this mean Josh wins because of their close bonds?
I can see it.
Coach votes for Josh. Josh wins.
Congratulations, Josh. A very worthy win. Um, yeah, a great player, great social game. Um, yeah, and approved by Neo Wayne to
Yeah.
win.
Yeah, this is one of the closest votes. This turned out the votes just like how fans versus favorites 4 went in Vanquish. Uh
Yeah.
the top two people tied, and the third person also was like just barely off of it.
Yeah. I think this, for the most part, was a very awesome Brant Steele. I am a little worried of like what we have wrought. I mean, you're gonna be fine. You don't know
Yeah.
Pirate Sarah that well. I'm gonna be bullied by her.
Yeah. Well, Matt's
Um,
Matt's definitely gonna gloat about beating me and you. So
okay. Okay, that's fair. All right, we
yeah.
both have our bullies.
Yeah. Well, hey, Brandon wins the fan favorite award. I think that's
I
very
can get
earned.
behind that.
Yeah. Okay. What a fun and crazy season this was.
Yeah. Funny enough, the reality stars all went out too early. Like, if we look at that bottom
Yeah.
row, you know, it's like 3 out of the 5 of them were that. Um,
Yeah.
I feel bad for those 5 on the Ryan tribe. 5 in a row went home. I'm sorry I dragged you all into this. Um, I always just let Amy down.
uh yeah. It was yeah, unfortunate that it literally was like wait until jury and then it was like, okay, we can go back to taking a couple people out. And then us
Yeah.
obviously going out that early obviously was not ideal.
Matt got 10th place again.
Yeah. Yeah, there's a lot of
Um,
parallels.
I believe that in Second Chance, Pirate Sarah did get 8th place. Rachel went home right after me. Um, Brandon went home at 6 again. Um,
Yeah.
Jen has gotten 2nd place, I believe, in the Milestone Mini. And Erica did get 4th place in Heroes versus Villains.
Yeah. Yeah, pretty wild how that all turned out there. Erica was the challenge piece of the season with 4 challenge wins.
Mhm.
Neo, it's only counting you for 15 here.
Of
Yeah,
course.
yeah.
Neo
Mc-
Wayne found his idol.
yeah, Mackenzie was apparently the most strategic, followed by Pirate Sarah and then Rachel.
Accurate.
Uh,
Who had Mama Felicia had 1 vote. I feel
yeah,
bad.
yeah. Jen with only 2.
All right.
Okay. Well,
I feel
do you want to do
m-
a
morbid curiosity.
okay, okay,
Morbid curiosity.
okay? Let's see what happens. Rachel would have won this season in
All
this
right.
alternate reality. Um, Jeffy would have been medic back first. I would have been third boot. You would have been the merge boot. Heather would have been
So
medevac.
we still exist in this. This is still the better timeline for at least us.
Yeah.
Um, Pirate Sarah still beats me. There's definitely parallels here.
Uh,
Uh, I'd say this is tough because Amy makes it very far and Rachel wins.
yeah. Erica would have
But then again,
made it to the finale or the final
I
3.
don't want you to go pre-merge, so I have to say the other timeline was better.
Yeah, I mean, I would say that just because we have 2 medevacs here.
Yeah, Heather and poor Jeffy.
Yeah, a first boot medevac. I kind of just want to know who is fire making in this scenario. Oh, Tanya gave up uh immunity and then lost in fire.
Damn.
Okay, well,
Did I get the most votes again? I need to know.
oh, I
Oh
accidentally
wait,
clicked
we passed.
resimulate.
Yeah,
Yeah,
all
my
good.
bad. Okay, well,
Anyway, that's
yeah.
it, y'all. You will see some of these faces on here. And whether it's in a fellow Brand Steel, whether it's interviews, whether it's our own mini that we will do,
Mhm.
or some other little some fun stuff we have cooking. Hope y'all have an amazing time watching this. Pirate Sarah, take it easy on Ryan slash Neo. His psyche is fragile. So yeah, that's all I have to say.
Yeah, well, this has been a fun one. It's great to be back into, the Brand Steel seasons here. So, yeah, this is good, and can't wait to see you all in the next one.
Peace.